Welcome back to our channel, where we take a closer look at the real stories behind the glitz and glam of Hollywood. Today, we're diving into the darker side of fame, the heartbreaking stories of stars who once lit up the screen but fell into obscurity, poverty, addiction, or worse. These tales serve as a sobering reminder that behind every red carpet smile, there may be a personal struggle few ever see. Let's begin. 1. Corey Haim, a bright star, dimmed too soon. In the 1980s, Corey Haim was one of Hollywood's brightest teen stars. With roles in Lucas, License to Drive, and the cult classic The Lost Boys, he had it all: fame, fans, and fortune. At his peak, Haim received thousands of fan letters weekly and was considered a teenage heartthrob. But behind the camera, Corey was struggling. He was introduced to drugs at an early age, which quickly spiraled into addiction. As his fame faded in the 90s, his battles became more public. In a 2001 documentary, Haim was shown living with his mother in a cramped garage apartment, incoherent and visibly unwell. He was seen desperately trying to piece together a showreel in hopes of reviving his career. At one point, he was so broke he reportedly begged a pawnbroker for a few dollars just to buy a slice of pizza. Things got worse. He even tried selling his hair and a tooth on eBay to make ends meet. Tragically, when he passed away in 2010 from pneumonia, his family couldn't afford a funeral and had to ask the public for donations. 2. Margot Kidder, from Lois Lane to homeless. Margot Kidder soared to fame as Lois Lane in Superman opposite Christopher Reeve. She also gained acclaim for her role in the Amityville Horror. But after an accident in 1990 left her temporarily paralyzed, her career came to a screeching halt. Out of work and buried in medical debt, Margot filed for bankruptcy. Her life took a darker turn in 1996 when she suffered a mental health crisis. She went missing and was eventually found disoriented and homeless in a stranger's backyard, her hair hacked off and her teeth missing. Margot later found peace in Montana and advocated for mental health awareness. Sadly, in 2018, she died from an overdose. It was ruled a suicide. She was 69. 3. Leif Garrett, a teen idol's fall. During the 1970s, Leif Garrett was a pop sensation with millions of fans. His baby-faced charm and catchy tunes made him a household name. But like many child stars, his fame faded fast. By the mid-1980s, his music career was over, and he shifted to acting, mostly in low-budget films. Drug use took hold, and his personal life crumbled after a car crash left his best friend paralyzed. Over the next 2 decades, Leif battled addiction and faced multiple arrests. His 2010 arrest for heroin possession marked yet another low point. Despite his early success, Leif's fortune disappeared, and he became a cautionary tale about the fleeting nature of fame. 4. Lonnie Willison, from fitness model to homeless. Once a glowing face on fitness magazine covers, Lonnie Willison was often seen on red carpets with her then-husband, Baywatch actor Jeremy Jackson. But after their 2014 divorce, her life unraveled rapidly. Suffering from mental health issues, she was unable to work. Debt piled up. By 2016, she lost her home and car. Not long after, she was spotted living on the streets of Los Angeles, pushing a shopping cart and missing teeth, a far cry from her former glamorous life. Her story is a powerful reminder of how mental health struggles, if left untreated, can derail even the most promising futures. 5. Wesley Snipes, from action hero to prison. Wesley Snipes was a major force in 90s Hollywood. Known for roles in Blade, White Men Can't Jump, and New Jack City, Snipes earned millions. But he made one critical mistake. He didn't pay his taxes. Claiming tax-exempt status as a non-resident alien, Snipes was eventually convicted of failing to file returns for 5 years, despite earning nearly $40 million during that period. In 2008, he was sentenced to 3 years in federal prison. Though he made a quiet comeback after his release in 2013, his career never fully recovered. From blockbuster hero to convicted felon, Snipes' fall from grace was steep and public. 6. Erin Moran, Hollywood's forgotten sister. Best known as Joni Cunningham from Happy Days, Erin Moran was just 13 when she found fame. After the spin-off Joni Loves Chachi ended, she struggled to find meaningful roles. Her career fizzled. In the late 2000s, Erin's California home was foreclosed, forcing her to move into a trailer with her mother-in-law in Indiana. Eventually, she was kicked out after a reported altercation and lived in dire conditions. When Erin died in 2017 at just 56, the autopsy revealed she had advanced cancer. There were no drugs involved, just a quiet, tragic end to a once bright career. 7. Gary Coleman, What You Talking About to Bankruptcy. Gary Coleman became a pop culture icon as Arnold on Different Strokes. His charm and comedic timing concealed serious personal struggles. A congenital kidney disorder hindered his growth and led to long-term health struggles. Though he won the lawsuit, financial troubles haunted him, and he eventually filed for bankruptcy. When he died in 2010 at age 42 after a fall, Coleman had very few assets. His legacy was stained by legal battles, illness, and a lifetime of being exploited. 8. Brett Butler, A Comedian's Cripping Fall. Brett Butler was the face of the hit sitcom Grace Under Fire, but her success was short-lived. Behind the scenes, she battled addiction and erratic behavior. In 1998, she was fired from the show, and ABC pulled the plug. Poor financial choices and trusting the wrong people left her broke. By 2011, she was living in a homeless shelter in Georgia. Though she attempted a comeback, the COVID-19 pandemic halted her work again. In 2021, facing eviction and 6 months behind on rent, a friend launched a GoFundMe campaign. It raised enough to keep her off the streets, for now. Hollywood has always been seen as a place where dreams come true. But these stories remind us that not every journey ends in a fairy tale. For every star who shines, there's another who fades into darkness, often struggling with battles we never see on screen. Let us know in the comments, were you surprised by any of these stories? Which of these stars did you grow up watching? If you found this video eye-opening, please like, comment, and subscribe to Past Famous for more deep dives into the hidden stories of Hollywood. Until next time, thanks for watching.